Hmm. Very nice. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually pretty cool. I did enjoy it. My thoughts? 8 out of 10. Other matters? I would have to say, um, I would say my problems would be the exploration with the on planets, and also you would have your companions needed more reason, to sympathize with them. I mean, Keaton, he died, but I didn't have much interaction with him. Didn't know much of his story. Story I did know of it was, not enough to convince me to save him over Ashley. Ashley being obviously romanceable, and not just romanceable, but also had more of a substantial story in my opinion compared to Keaton. And then I would say uh, Rex was alright. And then also the problem with Keaton was no one acknowledged his death except Ashley. And in the meeting room, like the doctor didn't talk about it. Him, Joker didn't talk about him. None of the crew spoke about him being at a loss. It's like it happened, and they were like, okay, move on. That's what I think anyway. And then also, look, the story's great. Story's great. I give the story a 9 out of 10. There are some little parts that needed work, but I'm not gonna I'm gonna just meh over them. Planet exploration, great. Um, Side stories, straight to the point. Didn't waste my time, and we got there. The exploration of the planets to get to the side stories was, I would say personally, uh, it took. It was like a padded thing. It wasted your time eventually. I got bored of it. It's great to explore planets, but it's not great that you have to do it in the vehicle that is really difficult to explore with, especially with like mountainous traversal. That I found tedious and annoying eventually. And then, what else would there be? The ending set well. They did the ending really well for Mass Effect 1. And not even knowing if there would be a second one, even if there wasn't, the way they ended it makes sense. It just makes sense that the way they ended Mass Effect 1 was perfectly said to be, okay, we can make a sequel, but also, if we don't, just know that your character that you've spent the whole time chasing this one goal is still gonna chase this goal. That's a really good ending setting. The opening introduction is, I would say, a really great introduction. You aren't, but once again, your time is not wasted. That's what I like about Mass Effect. They do not waste your time getting into the point. That's about it. Thank you everybody for watching. I will be continuing to Mass Effect 2, and I will be having that whole playthrough. I do know this playthrough was a bit botched because the recording software just didn't want to work. With some basically transitions cancelled out the audio. You don't really care about that, but it's how it is. I will do a better job for Mass Effect 2. I have recorded this to do it because I felt like I needed to play it, because I haven't played it since original, like some years ago. So there. It's definitely a great game. in my opinion. And we're going to continue the same save. My biggest issue was the assault class. The assault class cannot hack into anything. It doesn't have the ability to hack into things and all that. So you have to have a crewmate with you to do that. That's a fault. I don't like that. At least allow the main character to have it, or obviously make it that the player understands if you don't have these characters with you, you're not going to be able to access this part of the game. So I would probably, if I can, the next playthrough, I want to change the class that I use. I don't like the assault class. I might switch to a sniper slash an infiltration class. I might do that one. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, that's the main cast. It needs Ashley, Rex, Tali. Tali felt like she would have had more, but they cut that for padding, I think, for time. But I think she would have had a lot more to do with game one, unless that's how they intended it, which was an odd intention in my opinion. Rex was straight to the point. We didn't really know much about them, not yet anyway. Gerald was, I think that's his name. Yeah. Gerald was also straight to the point. Didn't really have much interaction with him. He could have spoken more about CSEC because he was a CSEC soldier. It would be nice to know more about that. That would be great. Joker needed a little bit more. He could have spoken about, okay, when I asked him about the mission, he needs to be like, okay, it was a great mission. You could have just, I don't know, allowed me more space to fly, or chosen a better landing zone, something of the sort. It doesn't have to be special. It just has to be more, in my opinion. And the crew, the crew on the ship, I didn't really acknowledge any of them, except one. The actual my co-leader, basically, of the ship. I don't remember his name actually, but everybody else, there was no acknowledgement of them, except in the very beginning. But that's like introduction levels. That's it. Captain Anderson, really well written. Udina actually was really well written, political wise. They did that really well. The council made sense in the story. The world exploration, the worlds looked great. The worlds themselves looked fantastic for what they portrayed in it. You didn't do really much city travel, which is alright. You don't have to. It would be nice if they did though. And I would have to say, even, yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So I appreciate it. I thank everybody for watching, and everybody is welcome. So please like, subscribe, and enjoy further games. There will be more variety of games. Right now I'm just playing through the Mass Effect series. There is plans to do more streaming, but I just want to optimize obviously the recording side of things first, so that I can get more public speaking going and get used to this aspect of it, like speaking to you, the audience. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.